I bet you didn't know this trick about your LinkedIn profile.
I'll raise that you don't know this secret sauce to creating LinkedIn content.
Well, in that case, I'm all in on this behind-the-scenes technique for LinkedIn lead gen. The chips are down, and with the great reshuffle upon us, we're straight shooting on how to not flush away your LinkedIn game. Today on Full Funnel. Hey everyone, I'm Raj Nation, he's Tyler Lessard, and you're watching Full Funnel, the weekly show that's like the iceberg in the Titanic, right in front of you, and you probably don't want to miss seeing it. Brought to you by SalesFeed, Full Funnel is the only program that's faster than Domino's because we take one hot sales topic and slice it 3 ways, deliver it fresh to you in under 10 minutes, all to help you go out, show out, and fill up your funnel. Let's go.
Top Funnel.
No doubt, having a strong LinkedIn presence can reap rewards for you as a B2B seller. And that strong presence starts by upping the ante on your own profile. Yet I still see so many sellers with ineffective and just plain boring profiles. Raj, can you deal him in on this?
Here's what I think is one of the major issues. Depending on when you actually launched your own LinkedIn account, I don't know if they still do, but I know way back in the day when I launched mine, the process of even getting onboarded involved uploading your resume to fill out your profile. And I think a lot of people have never really done like a revamp beyond that. So what you've got is a bunch of profiles that look like bad versions of a resume. Now, what I want everyone to know is when you're figuring out your profile, what's your intent? Are you looking for a job? Are you trying to be meaningful to your customers? Are you trying to have some thought leadership? Figure out your starting point of intent and then optimize your profile from there. So if you are looking for a job, make it look a little bit resume-like, but still find a way to tell stories within each company that you've worked at. If your goal is customers, your customers don't care about you attaining quota, so why put that in your job description? Instead, talk about how you serve customers, how you serve an audience, and what value and benefit that you provide. Tyler, what are you seeing work well on LinkedIn profiles?
Well, I think the biggest mistake that people make is using it just to tell people what it is that they do. And that goes back to the resume mentality. But LinkedIn is a perfect place to showcase who you really are and how it is that you help other people. The combination of your photo, your background image, and your video cover story, yes, you can add a video cover story, those should showcase your personality and get somebody to know you a little bit better as a real person and make them feel something. And your headline, yeah, it's not called your job title. That description under your photo is called your headline. Think like a journalist. If you were a news article, what would your headline be? Make something that's going to create interest and curiosity and show people that, hey, you're not just another sales rep out there trying to hawk some software.
There are so many profiles that I see where it is like grainy cell phone image and it's like a fraternity or sorority shot, but they've cut out the other 2 people whose arms they're hanging on. Like, cell phones are like pretty powerful at this point. You can probably grab a friend, stand in front of a brick wall or stand in front of some monotone background and take a high quality portrait mode photo of yourself.
Look at your own profile through a third-party lens and say to yourself, would I want to do business with that person? Do they look like somebody who would be interesting, who I would trust, but that I would also really get along with? That's actually a really good starting point.
Mid-Funnel.
All right, so I'm a little weird, and my most active social network is LinkedIn above all other platforms. What I love most is I can go there for news, I can go there for insights and perspective from the people who I'm already connected with and people who I don't even know yet. But if you want to join that feed yourself and start writing content, getting started can feel like a roll of the dice.
I'm going to stop you right there, Raj, because you said writing content. And I'm here to remind everybody that LinkedIn isn't just about writing, it is about creating and putting out content in various forms so people can not only learn from you, that they can share in your experiences, but that they can get to know you. And myself, being a big video advocate that I am, I love to see people using video on LinkedIn. And I know for many of you out there, it will feel uncomfortable, unnatural. You're not a video creator today, but I'm telling you, now is the time to start to get over that hurdle. Look for opportunities once a week, once a month to put out a video on your LinkedIn feed where you're just honestly sharing a perspective, an idea, talking through a great new research report that happened in your market, or maybe talking about some interesting news. By doing it in a short video, it puts your face out there, it allows your community to get to know you a little bit better, and it makes you more memorable and trustworthy.
That's what I think is what a lot of people don't understand, especially if they have not gotten started yet with content creation on LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be original ideas that you come up with, at least not at the start and definitely not every single time. In fact, one of the best things you can do is add your layer of commentary on an existing news story. And I think the best way to even get started with that is use the section in the top right of the screen called LinkedIn News. That's LinkedIn telling you these are the top 5 to 10 trending stories already. So what you can do is click on that and then essentially generate a post based off of that news story. And guess what? If it's already trending, LinkedIn's algorithm is going to optimize getting eyeballs onto that content. And if you're worried about being an expert, you know what you are an expert in is your own point of view, your take. No one can take that from you, and you are the expert of your own brain.
Bottom fun.
Now, the jackpot of LinkedIn is utilizing it to generate leads. Just ask the 8,000 companies who say they specialize in LinkedIn lead gen. But is it really even possible, or are all these LinkedIn experts just bluffing? What you've got to do, especially if you're going to utilize those DMs to prospect and generate leads, is make it easy for the other person to respond. So literally the other day, someone who was prospecting me asked a question, and the question was, how are you? Now, if I get that question, I'm probably not going to respond, because what value do I get in telling someone how I'm doing, especially if I don't even know them? And even if I did respond and said, I'm fine, what can you do with that response, right? You got to kind of treat it like a chess match here. Your move needs to be able to dictate your next move. So whatever question you ask, you have to be able to do something with the response. The other thing that I think is really important here is knowing how dense your message is. So there's a lot of prospecting messages I receive that take me 4 scrolls to get through. I'm not going to read it. It just looks like too much. So, parse out your message. Can you break it down piece by piece and just get a little bit out of the time? Try and get a conversation started with a segment, and then put the rest of your message in there.
My favorite lead gen technique on LinkedIn is to ask somebody I'm connected with if another person on their team is the right person for me to reach out to about my offering. So for example, if I am here at Vidyard and we sell to sales leaders, I might connect with a marketing leader in that business and send them a quick LinkedIn message saying, hey, I really think I can help your sales team, and I'm thinking that the right person for me to reach out to is this individual. Do you think that's probably the best person? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. And now, when you reach out to that other individual, you can actually reference that first person and say, hey, I was connected with this individual, and they mentioned you might be that right person to reach out to. And it actually creates a really interesting dynamic for how it is that you can build other relationships. And it goes back to using LinkedIn as the way to know about different people in your company. So it actually seems natural to be asking them that question on that platform.
The close.
In Top Funnel, we talked profile optimization. Remember, have a strong headline and understand your audience.
In mid-funnel, we talked about creating content for your LinkedIn community. And remember, you don't have to be an original author with original ideas. Put something out there that comments on what's happening in the market, and you can build your community.
And in bottom funnel, we talked through how to actually generate leads on LinkedIn. Optimize for the medium. Understand that you need to have shorter messages and get to the point quicker. Our cards are on the table and our funnel is full. We hope you can get back out there now and fill up yours. Please like, comment, and subscribe before you head out of here. He's Tyler Lassard. I'm Raj Nation. You have been watching Full Funnel exclusively on Sales Feed. We'll catch you next time. But in the meantime, remember, if you land on jail, do not pass go and do not collect $200.